The Dutch Grand Prix showcased a compelling contender for the race of the year. I've long held the belief that races transitioning from wet to dry or vice versa provide captivating entertainment. This event marked the inaugural occurrence of a dry-wet race, a memory that remains indelible due to its sheer incredibility. At a juncture, it seemed even Zhou Guo could clinch substantial points. Initially, Alex Albon seemed praised for a podium before the race's commencement. We held out hope for Lando Norris to challenge Max Verstappen. Ultimately, Verstappen underscored why he's dominating the championship. Alonso underscored that youthful talent can't entirely compensate for experience. Ferrari, in turn, reminded us that a single radio message can precipitate chaos. Yet, we pondered whether the blame rested with Ferrari's pit wall or Charles Leclerc for his lamentable race performance. This scrutiny leads us to delve further. The Dutch Grand Prix encompassed a plethora of elements. Lando Norris experienced a déjà vu akin to Sochi 2021, where a potential victory slipped away due to a belief that slick tires could endure wet conditions. George Russell was left questioning his unrealized podium forecast. Perhaps their team should have concentrated more on weather predictions. We bore witness to some awe-inspiring charges through the field, with Gli's podium triumph standing out. A red flag for rain materialized even before wet tires entered the scene, likely frustrating fans. To be equitable, had the drivers maintained their trajectory off the first corner, a major multi-car incident might have ensued prior to most of the field pitting. However, shifts to Ferrari's performance over the race weekend. It emerged as yet another mixed bag. For enthusiasts of mishaps or Ferrari followers, McLaren's rapid convergence upon Ferrari in the Constructors Championship is notable. Although Ferrari retains a 90-point lead, only 9 races remain. Oscar and Lando possess ample time to alter this narrative. The Drivers' Championship paints a similar picture. Sainz sits 5th with 102 points, while Leclerc and Russell share 6th and 7th with 99 points each. Norris holds 8th place with 75 points. Astonishingly, Ferrari could plummet to 5th in the Constructors and 7th and 8th in the Drivers' standings, a stark contrast to their title contention in the prior season. The Dutch Grand Prix encapsulates the quintessential illustration for this reversal. Discontent festers among the drivers. A disconnection between them, the pit wall, and car development has fostered a dire situation, what we can term the 3Ds. We shall commence with the first D. The discontent is palpable, particularly in mixed-weather races. Sainz openly acknowledged Ferrari's lack of pace, highlighting that his 5th-place finish was a result of meticulous execution by both himself and the team. Holding off both Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton and McLaren's Lando Norris to secure 5th can be seen as a commendable feat. However, assessing our performance at Zandvoort, we resembled the 6th fastest car this weekend. Sainz, despite being the accepted second driver, remains consistently linked with other teams. Audi's appeal is amplified due to his father's affiliation through the Dakar Rally. On the opposite side of the garage, our 4-time world champion, our Sean, engaged Max in a season-long duel in 2022, only to be thwarted by subpar strategies and car development. Leclerc's second-place finish in the previous Drivers' Championship was commendable, given his checkered history with Ferrari. Let's transition to the second D, development. In light of Charles Leclerc's entry into Ferrari as a 20-year-old, merely a top 10 finish feels underwhelming. The engine switch in 2019, triggered by FIA's discovery of anomalies, extinguished any championship aspirations until the new regulations took effect in 2022. Last year's misfortunes left Leclerc disheartened, yet he had to curb his discontent, a luxury not afforded to him as a Ferrari driver. The disconnection between Leclerc and the pit wall was starkly evident at Zandvoort, the crux of our second D. Leclerc's pit stop on the first lap, ostensibly a prudent decision given the impending rain, unraveled due to unpreparedness on the team's part. The pit crew was still mobilizing as Leclerc entered the box, and his intermediate tires were conspicuously absent. Despite appearances, the team boss clarified it was a well-timed call, though executed belatedly. This example mirrors a pattern of miscommunication between driver and mechanics. Carlos, for instance, has often disregarded his mechanic's advice, a reaction stemming from micromanaging tendencies of a pit wall lacking comprehensive understanding. Even when the pit wall formulates sound strategies, they often go unheeded. While Twitter berated Ferrari for Leclerc's pit stop debacle, the Italian media's critique poses a more profound threat. With Monza, Ferrari's home race, imminent, the team anticipates a less than favorable reception. Ferrari's performance this weekend ranged from dismal to lackluster. The team's handling issues at the first corner, Charles' crash, and inconsistent performance elicited justified skepticism. Although Carlos's P5 might appear acceptable, experts contend that it capitalized on others' errors rather than representing a remarkable feat. Monza is now pivotal, as the Italian press's negative reception portends further challenges for Ferrari. In conclusion, the Dutch Grand Prix epitomizes Ferrari's season woes, encompassing driver discontent, team disconnection, and developmental disasters. This predicament echoes in the press, which has transitioned from ardent support to fierce critique. The Italian media's portrayal of Ferrari's travails mirrors the team's own 3Ds, discontent, disconnection, and disaster. This sentiment reverberates, contributing to a trying period for Ferrari. Did you share the incredulity of Leclerc's unprepared pit stop? I'm eager to hear your thoughts and perspectives. Please share them in the comments section below. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel for notifications on our future uploads, ensuring you stay informed about the developments in the 2023 Formula One season.